マイク、ケーブルカーの鍵はないのよ。
ジョッシュなら持ってるはずだ。
いない。遅すぎたんだ。
静かに。
炭鉱の中に連れ込んだのかも。
待て、動くな。
おい、嘘だろ。何なんだよ。
鍵を取ってくる。奴らの寝室からな。そしたらみんなでここを脱出しよう。
やばい。
おい、化け物の住処を探すとするか。
今まで行ってきたセッションの全てが無意味に思えてきたよ。私の言うことを聞かなかったおかげでこのざまだ。私はもう行くよ、ジョッシュ。そのわがままで実に愚かな思考で想像しうる恐怖よりもひどいものがこの世にあるということをいい加減君は学ぶべきだ。あれだけたくさんの人々に愛されて支えられていたのに君は自らみんなを押し合ってしまったんだよ。残っているのは孤独だけさ。だがその孤独もそう長くはないかもしれないがね。孤独もすぐに終わるはずだ。深呼吸だ、ジョッシュ。深呼吸だよ。
よせ、やめろ。やめろ。よせ、ダメだ。よせ、ダメだ。二度とごめんだ。来るな。ああ、俺に近づくな。お前は死んでる。
悪いな。
死んでるんだ。
去年の
黙れ。そんな、お前は死んでる。まだだよ。
僕たちをもてあそんだ臆病者だ。
あいつらいるぞ。
楽しく過ごしたい。
お前に命令されてたまるか。俺はお前の指図を受けない。もうこれからは指図なんか受けないぞ。
どうやら時間切れだ。
分かった。お前を信じるよ。信じるって信じるよ。違う。お前は存在しない。
二人きりだったの。
ああ、やめろ。やめてくれ。
二人きり。今はあなたも一緒。家族でしょ。
俺に近づくな。あっち行け。
どうして助けてくれなかったの？どうして見殺しにしたの？
見殺しになんて本当だ。嫌だね。俺はもう指図を受けないんだ。やめろ。
これが望みなの？
やめろ。何をしてるんだ。ほっといてくれ。なんでこんなこと。
どうして助けてくれなかったの？どうして見殺しにしたの？ 私だってこんなことに勝った。
ああ、そういえば妙なものを見たんだ。
何を？
あのウェンディゴ、傷があった。
だから
前にも見た。
それどういうこと？
同じ傷がある人の古い写真を見かけたんだ。しかも彼はウェンディゴに変身していった。
嘘でしょ。
50年代の落盤事故で閉じ込められた作業員だ。少なくともあいつは80歳ってことか。
老人にしては元気だね。
奴らはここで殺し合った。
奴ら？つまりもっといるってこと？
そうだ。
どのくらい？
たくさんだ。
すぐ近くのはず。奴らの巣。
なんでわかる？
なんだか急にゾッと来ちゃったから。
俺も。
あんまり入りたくないんだけど。
でも行くしかないだろう。
マイク、もしかしてあれって。
マジか。墓に見えるな。
嘘。マイク、これベスのだ。ベスの時計。
見せてみろ。
見て、墓標の跡がここに。
ここに埋められたのか。
誰が掘り起こしたの？
とにかく行こう。
分かった。入るよ。
さあ、大丈夫だ。
本当に？
生きてるだろ。
本当に生きてんの？
畜生。
寒すぎて指の感覚がない。ちょっと待ってよ、最新部に行ったんじゃないの？
そんなこと言ってない。大丈夫だとは言ったけど、サメも何もいないってことだね。
サメね。そう、安心。
まさかこれはハンナの血だ。
ベス、ごめんね。これしかないの。私が生きていくにはこれしか。もし誰かがこれを見つけたら。ごめんなさい、仕方なかったの。
どういうことだ。まさか。
じられない。そういうことなの。多分ハンナがベスを掘り起こしたハンナだった。
いや、それは
マイケル、
馬鹿げてる。
マイク、それしかないって。それなら説明がつくでしょ。ベスは落ちて死んだんだ。
それが何だってんだ。
ハンナがベスを埋めたの。
マジかよ。おい、マジかよ。
ハンナはここにいた。
俺は信じないぞ。
ハンナは飢えてたはず。飢えで苦しんでいた。
嘘だ。
ジョシュを見つけないと。今すぐ。
オーケーなあ、上り坂になってきた。抜けられるぞ。
楽観しすぎじゃない？
よし、ほら見ろ。そうだ。おい、待て、ちょっと待て。何か見えたぞ。
やだダメだ。
ジョッシュ、
お前に指図は受けないんだ。何言っても無駄だ。
ジョッシュ、
お前に指図は受けないんだ。お前の指図は受けるもんか。ほっといてくれ。お前に指図は受けないんだ。分かった。お前を信じるって信じるよ。
どうしたの？やりきってるんじゃねえか。ジョッシュ、
マイク。
ジョッシュ、しっかりしろ。
ぶたないでくれ、頼む。
しょうがなかったんだ。行っちまってただろ。
正気に戻らないのかと。ジョッシュ、ハンナはここで何週間も、いや何ヶ月もベスを掘り起こした。
そんな。
マイク、
ほらさっさとここを出よう。
ジョッシュ、あなたケーブルカーの鍵持ってる？
ああ、持ってる。
よかった。あれが見える。あそこへ行けば脱出できる。行こう。
ジョッシュがあそこまで登るのは無理だ。
じゃあ手伝って。私が戻ってみんなに知らせてくる。
ああ、そうだな。
ジョシュと来た道を戻ってきてロッジで会いましょう。
気をつけろ。
あなたもね。
よし、行こうぜ。クソったらやろう。
あんなに強く殴らなくてよかったのに。
いや、さっきはマジで悪かった。ジェスを殺したと思って間違ってた。
存在しない。ハンナ。やめろ。やめろ。ジェス、君か。おいおいジェス、何があったんだ。この傷でよく生きてたな。ここにはどうやって？
マイクと2人でその辺をぶらついてたの。そしたらあれが
何が？
わからない。ただ窓のそばにいたら突然ガラスが、あれが雪の中にいたものすごい速さで迫って、もう私はもう気づいたらここに。もう
動けるか？さあ行くぞ。あれを見ろ。ここで落盤があったんだ。
私がやったの。
え？
あの屋根を通り抜けて落ちたの。
この距離を落ちてきたのか。マジかよ。俺もだ。俺は通信塔ごとここに落ちた。
冗談でしょ。どっちだ。よし行こう。いいぞ、行こう。ここを出るんだ、絶対にね。さあ、しっかり
かり、ほらしっかり。ジェス、ジェス、ほら。
落ち着いて。
大変。ひどい傷。
ここにいたらもっとひどい目に遭う。急ごう。
マイク、ジョッシュは
奴らに
信じられない。ひどい死に方。
やばい。
これからどうする？
地下を調べてみよう。まだ誰かいるかも。
生き延びる確率はどのぐらい？
考えないようにしてる。
早く逃げて！
ここから出るんだ。さあほら行って。
逃げるのよ、逃げる！走れ！
ある男の人が、なんて言えばいいかわからないけど。
初め彼につけ回されていると思ったのね。他に同じように思った子はいたの？
ああ、もちろん。
友達が彼を殺した可能性は？
いや、あなたは何も分かってないな。そうじゃなくて、
彼に襲われたら？
彼は僕を助けて僕の目の前で死んだ。
声がしたの。ジェスのね。あそこになんでいたかはわからない。でも絶対に聞いたの。私に銃を突きつけたの。私の顔の目の前に。撃つ気だった。危うく撃たれるところだったわ。付き合ってたし、彼のことは知ってるって思ってたのに、あんな最低な男だったなんて。
俺はまさにそこにいた。何かできたはずだった。俺は助けようとしたんだ。救えなかった。
炭鉱にはどうやって？
私は運ばれたの、連れ去られて、それで。
何を見た？
わからない。もうわからない。
正気を失ってた。俺たちをいたぶって。だからジェスを襲ったのはあいつだと思ったんだ。
彼とは親しかった。妹たちが行方不明になった後もよく話して、自分を理解してるのは君だけだって。私たち気が合うなって思ったのに。
誰かに相談したいのなら
大丈夫。
ショックを受けるとたまに精神的な。
大丈夫だって。私彼を刺して逃げようとしたんだけど、知らなかったの。本当に知らなかった。
知らなかった？誰を刺したの？
殺人鬼を刺したのよ。ジョッシュだって知らなくて。でも彼が殺人鬼だったなんて見抜けるはずないよね。ノコギリも銃も。マットはどこ？無事なの？聞き取りは終わったの？ちょっと心配なの。私彼の恋人だから。そのこと話してた？私ちょっとばかり嫌な態度取っちゃったけど、でも彼のことをすごく愛しているのよ。彼もそう言ってたでしょね。
友達のアシュリーは君を助けようとしたって。
違う。
君の声が聞こえたと言ってた。
それは私じゃない。マイク。
何か覚えてる？
助けに来た。私を。
君を？
彼はどこ？助かったの？
お願い聞いて。信じてくれなくたって別にいい。どうでもいいの。どうせ信じる。あの炭鉱に入ればね。
炭鉱には何があるんだ？
私はあそこで見たの。忘れられるなら何でもする。
生存者は1名繰り返す。
あれは
まずい。
来るな。おいやめろ。来るな。
I am Hayden Panettiere, and we are here at the studio recording Until Dawn.
My name is Rami Malek, and I play Josh.
My name is Megan Martin.
My name is Brett Dalton.
My name is Antonella Lentini, and I played Hannah and Beth.
My name is Jordan Fisher, and I play the character Matthew, Matt for short.
I'm Nicole Bloom, and I play Emily in the game.
My name is Noah Fleiss.
I am Galadriel Steinman, and I play Ashley.
So, Until Dawn is the story of 8 teenagers who revisit this cabin in the woods about a year later after a really traumatic experience where I've lost 2 of my sisters, so coming to kind of get some closure in that respect.
One of the things that Larry does really well is make these multi-layered characters, and I think for just the story in general, it follows the quintessential horror film plot lines, but the characters are so unique in themselves, and I think that's very cool.
Oh, yeah, this was the right thing to do.
What?
You know, getting everyone together on the anniversary. I mean, Josh seemed really pumped about us all doing something, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he definitely did. I haven't seen him so excited about something in forever.
Good, good. Sam and I have a few things in common, such as being huge lovers of animals, and she's a huge animal lover. She's vegan. She is a pacifist. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna go as far as saying that I'm a pacifist, but she's spunky and cool. I know that she, I think, is made fun of a little bit by the rest of them who think that her morals and her beliefs in that area are a little ridiculous and they don't agree with them, but she doesn't care. It doesn't stop her from being herself, and that's something that I hope I have in common with her.
You know, he definitely can be depressed at some times and a bit of a loner, but he takes some solace in one of his sister's friends, Sam, played by Hayden Panettiere, and invites everybody back to the same house the next year to kind of find some closure.
Jessica she has a whole lot of personality. She is definitely the sort of mean girl character that, you know, at school she knows she's pretty, she knows that boys like her, and she's going to use it to her advantage.
He's got a big heart, and you can tell that that's very evident, especially how he treats his girlfriend, Emily, and, you know, he's kind of a meathead, but in the best way possible.
She really knows what she wants, and she manages to get that from whomever it is, whether it be Matt or Mike. You know, she's really driven, and I can definitely relate to that.
My character is Chris, and he is what society might consider the nerd of the group, and he kind of embraces it.
Ashley she's a little more serious than some of the other girls. She's definitely very intelligent and thoughtful. She kind of looks at the whole big picture of things. She's not quite as geeky as Chris, but they connect in a lot of ways.
Mike is like big guy on campus. He's the class president who has some charm and has a brain, and I don't know, people seem to like Mike. He gets away with a lot, though. He can be kind of jerky.
The fact that he really just kind of wants everyone to be happy, and he wants he's a people pleaser, and I can definitely attest to being, you know, that guy. I'm always the friend that wants everybody to be happy and wants everybody to be taken care of, and that's definitely Matt.
But also, like, this character is just so fun. I rarely get to play the bitch, and so it was really fun to do that.
The spirit of things, seriously, what's wrong with you?
I'm just trying to lighten the mood, Em. Don't be like that.
Like what?
The way you're being. You always get like this.
I just think this is just the coolest thing to be a part of, and I just think it's going to take the world by storm. I really do. I think this genre is the wave of the future, And I think that potential behind it, of getting to interact with the drama that you're witnessing unfold in such a realistic way, that this is how entertainment's going to
design, as it allows the designer to understand the scale of the environments to be made and the detail that would be seen to create the atmosphere of a horror. This took us into concepts that took these storyboards further, visualizing the world through the color palette, the lighting, tone and the mood, and developing key locations such as the lodge, the cable car stations, the forests themselves, the wilderness. As you can see, the environments and atmospheres change quite a bit from warm and inviting to cold and threatening. The Millionaire's Mountain Lodge was a key example. It was designed to be made from nearby stone and timber, embedding it into the landscape, with a contrasting and contemporary interior needing to be opulent and extravagant. We created dark and claustrophobic corridors with ominous and large open spaces, almost cathedral-like in size, and with huge structures to silhouette and dwarf the characters within, providing a labyrinth to explore and wander. Each character was developed with a strong visual identity in mind, with contrasting colours, tones and silhouettes to identify them, each to have their own texture, pattern and shape, so that when they were lined up you could always identify them. The costume designs allowed a range of clothes that would suit them for the cold winter weather, but also have an element of style and individualism, so that the audience could look at them and relate, recognizing themselves within them.
A lady would like to cuddle up with her man by a nice cozy fire bathed in atmospheric mood lighting.
Right. It'll get plenty toasty once we're rubbing up against each other.
Mike.
Yeah.
Fire and mood lighting.
Yes.
Working with the lighting artists, we really brought the look and feel of the world together, and this required a thorough understanding of the visual language of teen horror. A key scene was where all the characters emerge out of the rear of the lodge chasing Hannah. A contrast is evident straight away from the exterior wilderness to the warmth of the lodge. The attention to character lighting here is through the bounce and rim lighting, accented colours and composition, creating characters that come from the dark into the light and back again with an emotional effect.
Guys, there's someone outside. What the hell?
Hannah!
What's going on? Where's my sister going?
It's fine. She just can't take a joke.
It was just a prank, Han.
Until Dawn is a game that's full of horror, and one of the things we decided to do early on was to take a scientific approach to how scary it was. So we did experiments on people and we measured their responses to the game. We've created a test area. It's as close to a home setup as we can get it. We've recruited ordinary people to play the game and we've left them to play it on their own.
You're turning the light off.
The only difference is it's rigged with cameras and microphones that relay the data through to the next room where people are watching them play. Bracelet here we use for biometric testing. It measures the player's emotional response. It's called a galvanic response sensor. It makes contact with the user's skin and it measures the electrical conductivity across their skin. It's the same principle as an old-fashioned lie detector. When you're stressed, you sweat a little, very sensitive, and picks up tiny changes if the player is feeling anxious or scared. That data's fed back to a testing team, comes through as a graph.
I'm so sorry.
There's no point testing one or two people, you have to test a lot of people.
Hey, watch your step.
When we have a scare that's consistently has a measurable emotional response, then we knew it was good. If it didn't have that, it goes back to the team for improvement. The data doesn't tell us what's wrong with the scare, it only tells us if it's working or not.
Wait, okay, so you hear that too, right? Josh.
Here we have a chapter relatively early in the game.
Weirdly regular.
Nothing regular about it.
We have to create tension and anxiety in the player so they are ready to receive the scare. the player time to recover, to cool down, to calm down, and then start building the tension again before we do the next scare.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
What the hell?
Ooh, you just got mumped.
Yeah, I have such an adrenaline high from that game.
There's two things we found. One is we could look at the scares, analyse if our expected scares were working effectively. Were people shrieking and covering their hands, or were they getting an emotional response from it? And being scientific about it means that we strip out people's opinions about whether things are working or not. We've got data, and we look at the data. If it's working, we're happy with it.
Really scary.
Bit scared and wanting to get away.
I actually maybe a bit scared to play on my own, but
in a room with the lights on, yeah, with some other people as well, yeah, maybe.
But because I'm a scaredy cat, I would play with someone in the room. And the lights on.
It was one of the scariest games I've played in a long while.
My name is Will Biles, Executive Creative Director of Until Dawn. The first part of getting a believable facial performance in-game is to capture topographically the actor's range of emotional expressions as separate versions of the same head. Every tiny nuance gets digitized and merged, effectively creating a model that can recreate every facial movement that the actor makes. Once the topography has been recorded, the actor's performance itself can be captured by using a predetermined set of marker points, drawn precisely on the face, and a high-def helmet cam, wirelessly linked to capture devices. The camera is the small box where it looks like the microphone should be.
Outro Sam. Mark.
It records in high def the movement of the dots throughout the performance that will drive the expressions captured earlier. Unlike other systems, this form of capture is far less lossy because there are fewer interpretations between performance captured and performance rendered finally in-game. The audio is also recorded via two separate lavalier mics attached to the helmet. It takes a while for the actors to acclimatise to carrying around the recording devices and the helmet cams, but very soon the shoot becomes similar to any other effects shoot or a green screen shoot. The actors in these scenes are only recording facial animation, but use cursory body movements for pacing.
Wait, and maybe we should all stick together and find everybody and make sure they're all okay, so...
1-1, the year before the prank. Take 2, Mark.
Other than the other actors, they have to use their imagination for everything and everywhere that they are supposed to be seeing and feeling.
Idiot! So dumb!
From a hot midday studio in Los Angeles to a freezing midnight mountain in British Columbia. Until Dawn has a dynamic, ever-changing story, the facial performances and the body performances are recorded separately, with different systems. With the body capture, we use reflective bead suits and an infrared camera matrix system that drives the CG bone hierarchies in our character models. These performances cover everything from character locomotion, scene-specific performances and stunt work, most of which was recorded at studios in Pinewood and Shepperton, near London.
Hannah! Hello?
Combining all the elements seamlessly in the final game becomes a formidable editing and logistical task. Every variation, both physical and emotional, must be combined in these multi-edits. Scaffolding props have to stand in for the sets, because the hundreds of infrared cameras have to be able to see all of the reflective beads on the actor.
America's North Woods border region.
Within this land of 10,000 lakes and miles of dense timber, a hideous creature is believed to lurk.
The North Woods is probably one of the last frontiers in America. There's still a lot of places in this area that hasn't been set foot by man. Monsters and mysteries exist here because it is remote.
Up in the North Woods, winters are long. In times of biting cold and isolation, a devouring monster is believed to come forth. It's terrorized native people for generations.
Growing up, I was told, like, don't go outside, the Wendigo will get you.
Among the traditions of the northern Algonquin tribes is the Wendigo, a monster that can seize hold of a person to carry out its hunger for human flesh.
Many Native Americans fear even talking about this Wendigo, and even the mention of the name will let the Wendigo find out where you are, and it will open you up to be possessed by this Wendigo.
The most famous case of a Wendigo possession took place in 1879 in the deep woods outside of Edmonton, Alberta. Swift Runner, a Cree Indian, was a trapper and a guide. He had left town the previous autumn with his wife, 6 children, and his mother. But when Swift Runner returned in spring, he was alone.
Swift Runner came into a nearby village telling this heartbreaking tale.
I had to watch them starve to death.
Of his family being killed by starvation, and that he was the only survivor.
My whole family gone.
It wasn't hard to understand a family falling victim to a brutal winter.
To even not.
Yet something was suspicious about Swift Runner.
He was a strapping man, and he came into town weighing over 200 pounds. It didn't look like somebody who had just weathered a terrible winter. He wasn't malnourished, didn't look like he was starving. He looked healthier than ever.
After a few nights, it became clear that something was wrong.
He started having night terrors, screaming in his sleep.
I am the Wendigo!
Villagers alerted the police.
Swift Runner actually guided them back to his winter cabin. When they got there, that's when they saw the true horror. Human skulls were scattered around, many bones, some of which had been snapped in half, and the marrow inside had been drained. They had never seen anything like it. Swift Runner had killed his entire family, shooting them, hitting them with an axe, strangling, and then eating most of their bodies.
Right up until the moment the noose was on his neck, Swift Runner swore the evil spirit of the Wendigo had possessed him and twisted him into a cannibal killer.
When he was on the gallows, Swift Runner himself said, "I am no longer a man."